Opportunity, welcome to our trade of the week. We will give some short analysis in insights of our last trading week. All in all, in long positions, the sell point should be higher than the buy point to book profits, reasons to buy, huge dips and no rebounds, upcoming news, or if your technical analysis is showing you some good opportunities. Often when we see a vola or volume breakout as well, it's a good buy or sell point, because the market will have some fluctuations, or if a project's not bottomed out yet, you can as well invest as an early investor. Long-term reasons to sell, stop loss or trading stop loss hits, indicators showing some trend change to come, so we can try to sell near a highest point, or when we just feel comfortable with profits due to only realized profits are real profits. And last but not least, often when we're touching resistance levels like 12k in BTC, we see a sell-off. So over here as well, you can try to sell to May enter later on. All in all, there are no golden rules for buying or selling. These are just a few options I wanted to show you. And if you're now taking a look on the crypto week of last week, we saw a market that could take another positive week. Bitcoin tested 12k again, and most of the altcoins also saw a rebound. The rallies flattened compared to last week, but continued to provide good entry opportunities for day trades. So we saw Link at 7.7 and Bitcoin Cash at 6.5% profit, and furthermore the crypto VBO closed their long-term positions in Bitcoin and Ethereum with around 17.3 and in Ethereum with 55.3% profits. And we're now taking a look on Bitcoin Cash. This trade was simply very easy. So first of all, we saw a downtrend and a sell-off, and this candle washed out 30% of the price. We then had an hourly close at around $280, which is still a minus in the candle close of 17%. So over here what happened, a lot of people's orders got triggered, so we had a huge sell-off and the order book was very thin. Afterwards we saw that the fluctuation and the volatility completely went out of this market. We then saw nearly a sideways movement of around 4 days. So in these 4 days the market just went up and down a little, but all in all there was nothing really happening. And then the people started to have good and new orders and build up orders again. And as the RSI went up very positively over here at the 5th and went from neutral to some bullish market momentum, we saw that the RSI went up, but the market not really went huge upwards. And then we used this as an entry point and then saw a breakout of this highest local point, and then the market just flew away. And so we sold afterwards in this area due to we thought that the market could not build any higher highs as it touched this local point a few times. Then as well we saw a sell-off. So over here a quite easy trade, not buying the real dip, but after a dip waiting for a positive trend and then going in. On Ethereum I needed to switch to the 4-hour chart due to this trade lasts a little longer. So what we saw on Ethereum is simply easy. We see nearly no volatility in mid-July. So in about a few days the high volatility was around 4% or 4 to 5% in Ethereum. This is nearly nothing. We then saw an RSI uprising in 2 steps while the market as well not broke out. As the market then broke out, the crypto VBO took a position and it just surfed this wave. You see a steep upwards trend and you see some local sell-off points, but build it higher high. The first higher high was around $312. We then had a resistance at around $410. As well here, like in Bitcoin, the market saw a huge sell-off. We then touched the MA50 line as a support to stop this downtrend, but as well here in Ethereum this trend was around 22% within an hour. So as well here the trading stop loss got triggered, but all in all these upswing could be used very good. From the lowest point to the highest point the market went up around 60% or 59%, and we used 55% of these to book the Ethereum profits. All in all, Ethereum just strongly went up due to this DeFi token hypes and stuff like this. And so it's quite important to have a trading stop loss that is not totally tied to the current market price. Let it breathe a little, and so you could as well use all the upswing. Last but not least, let us talk about Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is simply amazing due to Bitcoin had low volatility compared to what then happened in July too. So over here, what is quite important to say is that Bitcoin held 9k as a support in July. So we never went below 9k starting from looking at this chart like July. So within July we not had a huge breakdown, and as well this volatility you can see over here, just because I'm very tied to this market, is around 3%. So all in all, to be really honest, there was no volatility and no chances without leverage to be profitable in Bitcoin in this area. But then something happened. We then had a small upwards trend and built a support at around 9,100. So we went up a little and built higher support levels. And then at the 21st of July, we saw a breakout, and this breakout pushed the market from around 9,200 in one upwards trend where you as well saw a sell-off. So after this small upwards trend, you saw sell-off. People not believed in a positive movement, how you can see over here in this area. But Bitcoin built at a higher high and then just lifted up. We then always seeing this sell-off, which people are not believing it at around 9.5. But then as there came confidence in this market, the market just rallied up, literally saw no sell-off and built a local high at around 11,200, which was then simply for a long period of time the local resistance. And this is quite interesting. At 11,200 we saw then a sell-off of around 5% to 10,700. We then just easily went up to these levels again, had another sell-off again to around the same levels like before, how you can see, but the support at around 10,850 held again, and then the market just easily again went up to a point at around 12k, and then saw this huge sell-off like in all other assets. And this was the moment as the market shook us out and closed the position. So as well here, what you can see, don't have a too tight stop loss, so you can surf the whole wave, and this is what we did over here. Hope you liked this video. If you do so, I would love if you could comment, like or share this video, and we will hear us next time when it comes to weekly trade of the week provided by T-Rox.